Yes, guys, and a welcome from me. This is Championship Manager 0102, the Game On Challenge, as we quickly fire it up. And I say quickly because this will take an age because it's such a big file. Quick review for you and a quick recap on where we're at with the free man. Clearly, we don't advance that much like we'd want to, like we used to. Fuck off. You know, it's not a shame as such, you know, it's just harder to get sessions. It's even harder for me, I suppose, because I obviously have my Game On Challenge as well with Matt. But obviously, something I always said to Matt when we first started playing our game over there was that free man will always take priority, given, you know, the length we've had on it. And Matt's respectful of that. That being said, we don't play as frequent as what we used to. I think pretty much it's sort of like a bit on a Sunday and a bit on a Tuesday. That is pretty much it. So Tuesday being today, we should get some game time in tonight, and that's only because I know Pep is off on a Tuesday. Okay, so where are we? The year is 2151. Season 130, whatever it is, for 137, 138, I don't know. But it's a season now. It's the World Club Cup, which comes on this particular version, which is a Tapani 2.19. The World Club Cup comes every 2 years, and historically there is always the curse of the World Club Cup. Always, it derails whoever's entry. It derails their Premiership assault. You know, I'm hoping that won't affect me, but as you can see, the games in hand are already starting to mount up. Pep leads the way with 41, one game more than Man United, who are 2 points behind, who are 3 clear of me, 36, with an additional 2 games in hand over my Manchester rivals. Wolves are the surprise package, as you can see, 33 points, very, very interesting. I didn't even see that before, but that is interesting, more so to not see Chelsea up there. Chelsea is at the end of the road for Chelsea. He's still going, isn't he? He's still there. I don't know what sort of big players that they've got anymore. I don't really remember him. I know Dela Cruz. That is Busec Manzi. Okay, still going. Okay. Okay, so let's start then with our league leader, Pep. Pep does make some really questionable signings. He makes some real questionable signings. He brought a whole lot of strikers, which confused me a little bit. Now, on that last game, he lost Memic for a couple of weeks. Now, Memic, of course, is his king, or has been his king. He's still got Kuhn as certainly as a good enough replacement, but he brought some youngsters in. I mean, he's not too bad. I would fuck him off, or just free him up. I don't think he's good enough. Garcia, I think the plan behind buying Garcia was he's a Colombian striker, but he's not my Colombian striker, Pep. Accept it, that's what I say. Tomasi, he's not good enough for me. He's not good enough. He needs to go. Gonzalez, maybe, but he's 20. It'd be alright if he was a couple of years younger and he could still develop. He does make some real weird signings, it is fair to say. And his most recent signing was a part exchange with me. Now, this puts an indication that Pep may move to wingers. Because let me remind you, right, that Pep hasn't won a title in, what were we in? We're going to be in 52. I think his last time he won it was 2022. So, you'll see what I mean here. Yeah, it's going to be 30 years if he doesn't win the title this campaign. And I did say to him, and you not thought about fucking changing formation. So this player here, Borgias, is a left winger, and he signed it from me. So very, very interesting. They're the strikers. Garcia he brought, not too bad, and he brought a bunch of strikers as well. Some I say are questionable. Tomasi, which is of Gonzalez. So there, that's that. So the League Cup then. Pep is out. Surprisingly, he was eliminated to Middlesbrough. And as you can see, the mouth-watering fourth-round tie is Man City against Manchester United. Let's go to Manchester United then and have a look at their current state of play. The on-form man is Koemans. Koemans is deadly. Koemans is really good. He's not the not. It wasn't expected. I didn't think he would get this sort of game time over the years. But credit where it's due. I mean, you just got to look at that history there to know just how prolific he is. And this will probably be his last season. Maybe might get one more in. Maybe actually thinking about it. So yeah, he's brilliant. Won the second. We'll call him Won the second. He's brilliant. Forward plays just behind Koeman's, I would say. The Japanese only had a couple of games. Rebello, a hatful of games. Martin's a great player. Absolute great player. Let's have a look at some of Ian's last few signings. Dakov, I think he's a good player. I don't like his positioning, so therefore for me he's got to be a fullback. He could be an absolute gem of a fullback personally. Nakano, we just saw Nakano, didn't we? See, buying a 28-year-old, you question, but I don't know, defensively or goalkeeper, I get it. I'm not sure about a forward. Bahane, very versatile. He's in the reserves. Is he good enough? I don't know. And that's really his main signings so far this campaign. The big thing for Ian, of course, we've just said what he's got in the League Cup. But the FA Cup, he has landed Southampton. All of a sudden, it comes up on our text, for fuck's sake, from Pep. And of course, I'm like, well, what you said, for fuck's sake, what? Then I realised, of all the fucking teams they could have landed, they landed each other. What I think Ian's probably more pissed off with that than what Pep was, purely because Ian got me in the League Cup. But you know what? That's that. And as far as the Champions League is concerned, we're all safely through. Ian did lose a game, funnily enough. Chelsea leading the way. Man United. Southampton with 2 wins out of 2. And Manchester City. So, my most on-form player so far. Well, he's only just had a game. He's just had a game, actually. You can see, because of the World Club Cup. But my most on-form man is, the giant Colombian. 8-9-1, 33 goals. Not as many goals as usual. But you know what? I can deal with that. Because I'll tell you who's been my standout player. I think it's fair to say. And that is an Eden Hazard regen. I'm going to show you him in a minute. Just quickly, the exchange deal I made with Pep. That was a guy that I got. And I played him on the right. Now, I'm very, very happy with him. Very, very happy. So let me show you a couple of my most recent signings then. Pilkington, as I said, from Pep. Josip Pamic. I beat Pep and Ian to him. You'll know who that is. Yep, of course, that is Modric. And he'll be in the Rezzies. Marco Jongblood. I can't remember actually, I do remember buying him, actually. Yeah, I don't know if he'll do anything, to be honest with you. Honestly, don't know if he'll make the grade. Next thing, Pacheco. Very happy to get Pacheco, actually. Very young. We'll see how he goes. Steve DeVos. Now that is your Eden Hazard regen. And look how well he's done for me. And I've not been playing him on the wing, even though his crossing ability has gone up, it looks like. I've been playing him more in the middle. More about my formation in a moment. We also brought in... I can't remember. I thought I'd shown you a player, but clearly I must have not shown you. I brought the Norwegian goalkeeper. There was a player that I brought that I must have missed. I don't know where he's gone. I thought did I show you this guy? Ryan Giggs regen. I thought I'd shown you him. Either way. Yeah, okay, so that's that. So, let me show you my new formation. I've altered it a little bit where I'm playing 2 attacking midfielders. Obviously, I'm chopping and changing my lineup at the minute. And of course, Lenore Sanchez, he's one of my main men. The Colombian, absolutely phenomenal. He's been playing alongside with the Eden Hazard regen. In terms of other players that have, jumped out the page, the Neymar regen is having a fabulous season, as you can see. That is the Aguero regen, but he's not doing anything. Now, Robben regen is doing very well, no doubt about how well he's doing. But Figueira has had a strong start to the season. He came from the Resis last season. A few players have come from the Resis. I've really gone with a bit of promotion. Javio's had a bit of a struggle this season. Castillo's made his way from the Resis. Vitor, you remember who Vitor is? Of course, that's Ronaldo. He did win some sort of award last year, but fuck knows why, because he barely had any games. Nowhere near the sort of games that he would have liked to, and he'll probably go at the end of this season. Furtado, another one that's coming from the Resis. You know, we've really gone to town with the Resis. I was going to sell Emre because I'm quite gifted on the wings, but felt maybe I can get one more year out of him. And you know what? So far, so good. He's not letting me down, is he? Not letting me down whatsoever. Grasso looking really strong in defensive midfield. Given the fact I've got Cruz, who's been causing a few issues, and my Rafa Varane regen, who made his return to the club, had a really tough start when I played him in central defence. Played him in DMC for a little bit, and he's come in for a few injuries and has done very, very well indeed. Let's have a quick gander back to defence. Yeah, that's all okay. So, that is the three-man game. That is where we're at. It's hard to say, you know, where I sit with Man City, because the bottom line is we're on a hat-trick of Premiership titles. I haven't really got any plans to go anywhere anytime soon, and even if I did, and I do stress it is a big fucking if, it would have to be the right job. I've got no, you know, I've not really got any plans. I mean, we've only been at Man City for 7 seasons. This is our 8th season at Man City, and I think it's going to be a bare minimum of 10 years at Man City. We took over Man City 2 years before we won the Premier League, back in 45. We left Chelsea after winning the title. So yeah, we're in our 8th season, and I think we're looking strong. We won the Division 1, Division 2 title. We won the Division 1 title with ease. And then we won the Premier League at the first attempt. So in actual fact, since I've taken over Man City, we've had 6 titles in 7 years. I'm not sure we can really count Division 1 and Division 2 because they're second rate. Let's have a quick look at records then. Never really thought about looking at this. Most times winner, Man United. Now that's interesting, isn't it? That is interesting because these are modern day records, I think. Modern day records is basically since we started the game, which was of course 2014. And that must mean that Ian has won 80 titles. The only downside of that is that would include any titles that Man United won at the very, very start. Or would it include these titles? It probably would, wouldn't it? Let's just go to where Matt starts. There we go, that's where we start. So Chelsea, Man United didn't win a title, which is good news. That was Matt's first title. Not Matt, sorry, Ian, sorry. So, I don't know, does it look like 80 titles? 80 seems too much. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Most team points, 114 now. Remember that. That was when I was Liverpool. That is when we had the perfect season. The perfect season. Team goal scored on 55, Man United 21-18. So, yeah, decent. Most teams conceded. Who gives a shit? Worst disciplinary, Newcastle. No, highest attendance, Man United. Highest average attendance, Man United. They're always going to have that with us. Most games won in a row, 54, Liverpool, from the 7th of February 2018 to the 23rd of August 81. That's when we did do our perfect season. Liverpool, most games without losing. They hold that. That'll be me. Top goal scorer, that is Pep. Masic, yeah, we all remember Masic over at Pep. Most goals in a game, 8. Pepe's current guy, Memic, where he got 8 goals in a game. Ridiculous. Highest assists, Jose Martin, 26, never even seen that. Alex Gill, the highest average rating at Man United. That, of course, is a Colombian pre-gen. Most man of the matches, Lucas Masic. Worst disciplinary, youngest player, oldest player. Yeah, that is ridiculous, isn't it? Some of these are absolutely ridiculous. There's loads more. Oh, that's all time. Let's have a look at current quickly. Okay, most team points. Okay, this is a bit shit really, because this is, you can just look at the league table to look at this shit, couldn't you? Never really looked at this, to be honest with you. Most games won in a row, 12. That's us. Okay. Never, like I say, not really looked at this. Excuse me, big yawn. Oldest player, still going. One of the many bugs in this game. 85 years of age, and he had 3 substitute appearances. I would like to know, right, how fast he was up front. Clearly he can lead by example. He'd be a good captain at the age of 85. Right, okay, dickhead. And he was born in 2066. How'd you like that? Nothing else worth screaming about. That is it then, guys. That is our 3-man game. That is an update on where we're at. It's been emotional. Till next time from me, guys. Take it easy.